Hey Teresa, this is Johnny Stewart. How are you?
Okay.
Good, good. I know you talked to my partner about that property in Chattanooga. Have you gotten it resolved by then?
No.
All right, Teresa. Well, what is it that you want to do? Because I want to help you out. So, are you looking to stay in the house? Are you looking to sell and move forward? What is it?
I'm gonna try to stay in the house.
Okay.
I don't have nowhere else to go.
Yeah, yeah. Have you done a loan modification?
Well, I tried that, but I can't get a loan modification because my credit is not that good.
Have you tried it and they denied you, or what? Because I know there's a lot of hardship programs that they can enroll you in.
Well, yeah, I've tried it. And, not too long ago, I went to a bank up on 58, and she just said I didn't qualify to be in it. So,
Is that who you have the mortgage with right now?
no.
So a loan modification is not where you would go to another bank. That's a refinance. What?
Oh,
Yeah. What would happen is you would just call your bank and apply with your bank that has that mortgage, and apply for them to do a loan modification, and they'll just take whatever you owe on the front end and move it to the back and give you a new payment monthly.
right. Oh, I see. Okay.
Do we need to give your bank a call right now, and I can kind of walk you guys through that, or what?
Well, we can.
Okay, I have a call that I'm scheduled for in 15 minutes. After I get off that call, if you'd like, I'll give you a call back, and we can get them on the phone. Do you know who is your loan holder right now?
Yes, Regions Mortgage.
Regions Mortgage. Okay, I can find their phone number from there. You have your loan number and everything, correct?
I can get it.
Yeah, if you can get your loan number by the time we have that call, we can give them a buzz. Now, the only thing with these loan modifications is when it's within 30 days, it makes it really hard to get accepted. But we're gonna try to exhaust all our options anyways. The date is the 26th, correct?
No, the date is the 16th of October.
Okay, so the 16th of October. So Teresa, we need to move quickly, because I don't want this house foreclosing and all of a sudden the sheriff's at your door knocking, telling you gotta leave. I don't want that to happen. So when I get off the call in about 30 minutes, I'm gonna get you on the phone and we'll call your mortgage company.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
You want to call me back, or you gonna hold on?
Yeah, I'm gonna call you back in about 30 minutes. Like I said, I have a call at 12 that I gotta be available for, but after that, I'll give you a call.
Okay.
All right, Teresa, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right.
Hey, Hayden, can you hear me okay?
Yep, I'm here.
Cool. So I just got Johnny on the call. Hey, Johnny, so one thing that me and Hayden were talking about, and really their main concern, and Hayden's actually done a sub-2 transaction before.
Okay, awesome.
With his first property. But the one thing that they were curious about is just making sure that we can help them with their debt-to-income ratio, because they're looking to. Hayden, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think you said they're looking to close on a house in December, or at least around that time frame. Am I off on that?
No, that's right. They have a new construction house that's being built, and it will be completed probably before December, but I've got it pushed out to, at the latest we could close is probably the first or second week of December.
Okay, awesome. Hayden, I'm Johnny Stewart. How are you?
I'm good, man.
Good.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
I'm doing good. Nice to meet you as well. I've heard a lot of good things about you so far.
Yeah, I hope I can live up to them.
Nah, you will for sure. So it's being built right now. So have they already been been accepted for a new mortgage or what?
Yeah, so they have got a pre-approval, but the pre-approval is contingent on them selling this house, getting this off their debt.
Okay. So the way it usually works with these sub-2 transactions is we can actually get on the phone with their underwriter, because the underwriter is the one who's saying like, hey, this is still there, so we have to wait until this sells before we can really approve you. So what we can do is get on the phone with that underwriter once we're under contract, and once you see that we're serious, we'll tell that underwriter what's going on and what plan we have in place, and then from there they'll take it off the debt to income ratio. So it's really just a simple phone call with that underwriter, and we're good to go.
Cool, man. So that sounds like a plan. I told Evan their first option would be somebody assuming the loan. They've got a couple friends that are going through the process through the service department to try to assume the loan.
Yeah.
But that would be the only thing. That would be the only decision that they decide to do besides going a sub-2 route with y'all.
Okay. Awesome. Well, yeah.
If I can ask you, man. So it sounds like that it's a possibility, right? They could have their friends assume the mortgage.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we can do to make it just an easier process and an easier decision, so they don't have to think about this anymore, or we can just, come to the front of the line, take over the property? And I guess what would be appealing to them? Is there a certain kind of cash that they want to walk away with, or?
Yeah, I can talk to them. I know they really would like to help out their friend, but I know with that they're not going to be making any money off of it. So let me call them today. Now that I've talked to Johnny, and Johnny said we'll be all right on that end. And just see. I know, Evan, I was telling you yesterday, and Johnny, this is something, and this will probably go into the money that y'all would offer them to take the deal, but on their new construction house, the lender and they might not, you giving them the okay, they might be able to stay with the lender. Is that right? Is that what you were saying, Johnny?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so that would be the only thing, is that they have some builder incentives that they definitely want to keep, but that shouldn't be a problem with that. But let me just talk to them, man, and see if they'd be willing to, if there's a price that in their head that they'd be willing to accept your offer and just not worry about the assumption.
Yeah, perfect.
Great, man.
Perfect.
Appreciate your time today. I will.
Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely, man. Would it be okay if I just follow up with you tomorrow?
Yeah, no doubt. I'm gonna talk to them today when they get off work. Just run the idea past them, and just see if there is any opportunity for y'all to just come in and jump everybody.
Sounds great, man.
Perfect.
Thanks, Hayden.
Yeah, man, no problem. Good talking with y'all. Good to meet you, Johnny.
Hey, no, I appreciate it. Good to meet you as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Ryan Parker with Benchmark here in Nashville. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I was just returning your voicemail. Sorry I missed you.
Oh, no, you're all good. I was giving you a call yesterday. A lot's been going on, so I completely understand. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up real quick. So I got so many tabs. Hold on. I was calling about that property in Hickson, the one on Stone Ridge.
Yes.
Did you talk to my partner Chris already? Am I correct on that?
Potentially.
You probably got so many calls you probably don't remember. We were looking at.
Was he wanting to do the creative financing, take over payments?
Yeah.
Yeah, I spoke with Chris.
Have you ran that by your seller or what?
Well, like I told Chris, I've already been down that road with my seller with another buyer, and it came up dry. So I don't need to bother my seller about it again. I know that he's not going to go for it.
Okay. Is there a specific reason why he won't, or what?
Yeah, he doesn't want to be tied to the mortgage for 30 more years while somebody else makes the payment. And, he's a lender himself. He's a mortgage broker, so he knows the ins and outs of that and doesn't want to do it.
Okay. It kind of sounds like he's pretty sure in that. When's the time that I need to call you back? Just if this sits on 30 more days, he might be open to something like that. I heard he lives in Texas. Am I right on that?
No, if he's he's got about 2 more weeks. If we don't find a buyer for it, then he's going to get a renter back in it.
Ah, okay. Why would he do that other than selling it sub 2, where I could just put some cash in his pocket?
Well, because he's an investor. He's in it for a certain amount, and he's had a renter in it, and he doesn't need to get creative. He can just get a renter back in it and continue to cash flow the property. He was on the market to see if he could just liquidate everything and reinvest here closer to where he lives.
Okay.
So if that's not working, then he's not in a position where he has to sell it, or he's not looking to get out from under it because of any reason other than convenience.
I completely understand that. Hey, hey Ryan, do you have anything else in and around that area that you're selling right now?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna send you over my information. Anything that you get, I'd love to take a look at. Whether it's all cash, whether it's a creative situation like this where your sellers don't have much equity, I would love to come in and take a look at it.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, Ryan, I really appreciate it. I'll text you my information.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a great day.
All right, bye-bye. Hey, Chris, how are you?
Good. Johnny, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I just got off the phone with that property in Hickson. They're not motivated to do sub 2 at all. It's another investor, and he's like, if I'm not going to sell it in the next 20 days, then I'm just going to list it on the market. So he was trying to liquidate all of his assets to reinvest near him, and if he can't liquidate this one, he'll just stick a renter in there and cash flow it.
Okay. In that case, it never would make sense to do like a rent to own or anything, would it?
What for the sub, like, would you sub 2 rent to own?
Well,
or talking about you would come in and there be the renter and rent to own it.
Well, you're right. I'm not thinking it through too much. I'm out driving. I made a scenario in my head that made no sense. I kind of figured out.
No, you're good. Yeah, no, you're good.
All right.
I texted Ryan my information. I just told him, like, hey, next thing you get, send it my way, because this is his only listing, and his seller is they've already gotten a sub 2 offer, and Ryan's already presented it to the seller, and the seller was like, yeah, no. So, you know, the next time somebody comes in with a sub 2, he doesn't even waste his time and pitch it to them. So it's one of those things where the agent is like, yeah, we're not dealing with this.
All right. Yeah, I kind of got that too, but I knew sometimes following up, things could change. Maybe if he talked to you and thought about it.
And that's what I said. I'm like, hey, I'll call back in about 10 days. And he was like, look, don't even bother, because in 20 days, if this property doesn't sell, then he's just gonna stick another renter in there. So so that's kind of where they're at.
All right, that sounds good.
All right, I'll keep you posted on this other deal in Chattanooga. I'm about to get on the phone with her right now and her mortgage company, and we'll see where we're at.
All right, thanks a lot, Johnny.
All right, no problem, Chris. I appreciate it.
All right, bye.
This is Johnny Stewart. How are you?
Okay.
All right, so I was thinking, Teresa, so we're gonna call that mortgage company and apply for a loan mod, even if they'll let us, with the date being so soon. But if not, would you be against us paying to reinstate your loan, taking over the house, and allowing you to live there for the rest of your life, just so you don't have to pack up and move?
And what are your conditions?
So what is the mortgage payment right now? So just for easy numbers, say it's $700. As long as you pay $700, Teresa, you can live there for the rest of your life. I'm not gonna be like, oh, let me charge you $300 over the mortgage payment now. That just doesn't make any sense for you. As long as you make the mortgage payment, I will allow you to stay in that house for the rest of your life. That way,
I think
go ahead, I'm sorry.
mortgage payment is about nine something. I think it's about 900 and something. are you doing it like you are refinancing a loan or something like that?
So I would actually leave that loan in place. All right. So right now you're behind about $22,000 roughly. I would pay that $22,000 to get that loan back in good standing, and then I would be responsible for making that payment each month, and you send me the $900. Does that make sense?
It does, but what I'm saying though is, what are you getting out of it? A home?
Well, yeah, the home will be deeded to me, right? So I'll have that home. So when the day comes when you pass away, then I'll take over that home. I'll do whatever I need to do, whether that's sell it, whether that's fix up and put another renter in there. That's what it is. I'm young, so I got a lot of time on my hands, and I like helping people out. So I'm not going to make any money off this for the next 10, 15 years, right? But after that, then my time will come where I can put that money back into it. Does that make sense?
Yes, but what guarantee do I have that you won't put me out?
So we can sign what's called a lifetime estate, and all a lifetime estate is saying that, hey, you have rights to this property for the rest of your life, so long as you continue to make the payment, right? So as long as you're making the payment, Teresa, I'm not gonna bother you. But if 3 months go by and you haven't paid in half a year, then I'll be like, hey, Teresa, what's going on? Like, I really tried to work with you. Can you work with me, right? But that's really it. It's simple as that. Like I said, I'm a young guy, so I have time on my hands, and I don't like seeing people put out their properties.
Right. Well, good. That sounds pretty good, because that's what I was trying to get into anyway,
Yeah.
When, taking the equity out, and then, but only the bank would have been taking it over, so.
Yeah. And this way you get to stay in the house. If the bank did it, they'd kick you out, unfortunately.
Right.
It's essentially like you're just renting the house that you live in now.
Yeah.
Now there's a lot of questions, and I want to be fully transparent. A situation like this, say there's $30,000 worth of equity. The equity would essentially become mine, right? The equity become mine, and I'm essentially getting the equity in the house for taking the risk and reinstating the $30,000 into your loan. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the equity in the house is what protects my investment.
I've been burned once. I was paying this company to do what you're saying you're doing, but they were supposed to be helping me get my loan modified or whatever. And they took let me see, they took about $4,900 from me.
No, Teresa, and I hate to say this, but I think that's a new scam that's going around, because you are not the first person I've heard go through that. So a lady I was working with who lives in Knoxville, Tennessee, she had to pay like $2,000 and then $100 a week to have somebody work on her loan mod, and her house ended up foreclosing anyways. So I hate to say that might have been just a scam, and people are trying to get their money out of it. But listen, Teresa, I'm not gonna ask you for any money up front. I'm not gonna ask you for anything, right? We'll just do everything through a title company. So me and you are both completely hands off. It'll go through a title company. I'll request 2 documents from your mortgage: a payoff statement and a reinstatement quote. I'll request both of those. We'll get those papers in, and then the title company will do the rest. I'll have them draft up documents that you and me or my partners will sign, and you'll be able to stay in that house for the remainder of your life if you choose to. Or if in 4 years you hit the lottery and you're like, I'm moving to Alaska, pack up and do your thing, girl.
Right. Well, I hope they'll work with you because I tried to sell it one time before and I had a buyer and the bank would not cooperate with them at all.
Really? Oh well, look, let's call him right now.
Okay.
Let's get that figured. What did you say the mortgage company is?
We were unable to validate the information entered. When ordering a payout statement, the loan number and were unable to validate the information entered. Please enter your loan number followed by.
All right, Teresa, I'm gonna call you back. We're gonna try this again. All right.
Okay.
We were unable to validate the information entered. Please enter your loan number followed by pound.
Please just put somebody on the phone. Right, Teresa, we just want to talk to somebody.
The estimated wait time is less than 1 minute. Please remain on the line as your call is connected.
Less than one.
Bank may be a debt collector under applicable law. Any information obtained during this communication.
Thank you for calling customer service. My name is Natalie. For security purposes, I will need to verify some information. May I have your name, please?
Hey, Natalie. My name is Johnny Stewart. I have Miss Teresa, the loan holder, on three-way. So she's gonna verify in, and then I have a few questions for you.
Okay, let's see. Thank you so much for that. Okay, and what can I help y'all with today?
So we're looking to request a payoff and a reinstatement form. It's in foreclosure right now, so we need those two forms.
Okay, so payoff, and what was the other one?
The reinstatement quote.
Reinstatement. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Okay, so I can definitely help you with the payoff, but the reinstatement letter, that might be something for our default department. Let me see.
Yeah.
Okay, and did you want the payoff sent by mail, email, or fax?
Can we do email? Teresa, I'm gonna have them send it to my email.
Okay. brief 1 to 2 minute hold while I try to get this pulled up for you.
Go ahead. Thank you so much.
All right, Mr. Stewart, are you still there?
I am.
Yeah. Okay, so because the loan is in active foreclosure, it's not letting me process a payoff.
Okay.
That's gonna have to be done through the like it's stock on the account. So I can give you his name and number, and I can get you transferred over to him.
Perfect. Yeah. What is his name?
Right.
Question for you. Say you transfer me, and Bobby's busy. Is there any way that I could get verified so I can speak to Bobby without bothering Miss Teresa all day?
The only way that we could do it would be to have a written request by Miss Buchanan.
Okay. And if not, then I just need to have her on the phone.
Right.
Okay. Well, let's hope Bobby's not busy and he answers the phone now, right?
Right. And I can also give you his email address.
Yes, if you could, that would be fantastic. .com.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Go ahead and transfer us over. Thank you so much. You've been incredibly helpful.
Not a problem. Thank y'all.
Yep.
Thank you for calling Regions.
Para español, presione el número 1.
Thank you for calling the Regions Insurance Tracking Center. Si usted prefiere hablar en español, por favor, presione el número 6.
Hang up and call the 1-800 number.
All right. I'll call you right back.
If you are a homeowner, press 1.
Thank you for calling Regions. My name is Dominique. For security purposes, I will need to verify some information. May I have your name, please?
Hey, Dominique, how are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So I was looking for Bobby Hayden. He's the special point of contact on this loan, and that was the extension I dialed. Is he busy? Do I need to send him an email?
On another call, so that's why I routed you over to the next team member.
Okay. Okay, so I'm on the phone with Miss Teresa Buchanan. She can verify all the information, and then I have a few questions for you.
Okay, can I get the loan number? How can I assist with this account today?
So it's in foreclosure. We wanted to get two things requested: a reinstatement and a payoff. And then we also wanted to see if we are eligible for a loan modification.
Okay, so the first thing is in regards to requesting a payoff or reinstatement, that is not processed through us when the account is sent into foreclosure. You have to actually reach out to the attorney's office, in which I can submit a request as well on our end, but you all are more than welcome to call them also to ask for that information.
Awesome.
Now, for a modification, that is something that, of course, we can definitely assist with looking into the account to see if that is possible. Now, Ms. Buchanan, have you've completed probate?
Have I completed the probate?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not really for sure what I need to do in probate.
Okay, so when you go through probate, okay, so when you go through probate, of course, you reach out to legal counseling, or you may be able to visit your local county courthouse, and they can, direct you into the right direction. But the purpose of that is so you can become administrator or executor over the estate. Reason then is because even though understood that you were the wife, if there is anyone else, or if another family member comes up and say that they got interest in the property, or that they may want the property, if no one is deemed as the executor or the administrator, then they have a right to try to take over within the property. Right. Okay. And in reference to doing a modification, you would not be able to do a modification unless you have that probate documentation to be able to sign off on the document, because you will have to sign for not just yourself, but you will have to sign on the behalf of the estate holder. And normally, in reference to signing and getting that notarized, the notary is going to require for you to be able to show either administrative paperwork or executive paperwork.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, make sure I get that. Go see about that.
That would be the first step.
Okay.
All right, can you that makes sense. I appreciate you breaking that down and explaining that. That was something I wasn't aware of. Could you give us that attorney's information?
Just one moment. So it is Paget Law Group.
I love working with Paget Law Group. They're good.
And then their contact number is 850 422 2520.
Awesome. I'll give them a call. If you could also request those forms on your end, that would be great.
Okay, yes, I'll go ahead and submit a request.
All right. Thank you so much. You've been incredibly helpful.
All right, no problem at all. If you can, I'll get this information notated on the account. Definitely follow up with us, especially in regards to their probate information. Of course, once we receive that, we will be able to release more information in regards to the account. But as of right now, we only give you general information until we have that on file.
Okay. Okay. I'll get there to you as soon as I can.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.